Hello my friends, I welcome you to another video of mine. If you enjoy it today, please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. Today, once again, we rip apart Jake Paul and his pathetic lies and excuses. No excuse will go unripped. No lie will go untorn. The destruction of Jake Paul begins today, my friends. I'm sounding more like a cult leader by the minute. Let's do this. So this video is a follow-up to the last time I ripped apart Jake Paul's pathetic lies and excuses. If you want to see the first part, there is a link in the description. I recommend you check that out before continuing to watch this one. You don't have to watch the first one, it's not essential, but it may help just to get a bit of context. So without further ado, let's continue to debunk this interview.
When he was given permission to do it, I was like, dude, okay, this is great. And we did as much blurring as possible. And like none of the addresses are in there. Like there's no way that someone could find it. And even now, like the video is just completely blurred. Like the second I found out that he or Ethan was even upset about that, I went back and I blurred the whole entire thing because I realized I was like, damn, I messed up. And if I could have cut the whole section out of my vlog, I would have, but like the YouTube video editor,
it doesn't let you after a certain amount of time. Yeah.
Right. And so, and to me, it was like, yo, if I order LeBron James merch, right, and LeBron delivers it to my house, I'm gonna be like, yo, that's dope. And obviously it's different because Post is like a star himself, but
No, Jake. No, you didn't just compare yourself to LeBron James, who, by the way, is currently worth $30 million US. Did you really just say that if you had LeBron James delivering merchandise to you, that would be in any way a comparison to you delivering merchandise to Post Malone, a far more successful, intelligent and good person than your self? Wow! The ego is just ridiculous with this man.
I thought that's like it'd be cool. I don't know, but again, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
And I was wrong, and obviously he didn't want that.
No, he didn't. It's quite sweet that your brain is now actually thinking about something for once. Well done, Jake. You had a thought. You had a thought about something. Well done.
But you know, Post, I talked to Post, and Post is a really, really nice guy. So if you would have asked him 100 different ways, is it okay if we vlog, he would have said yes. You know what I mean? And I don't think Post is really that mad, because he's not the guy that, you know, it would be mad or be upset. But I mean, it's everyone like Ethan or, you know, myself or other YouTubers that are upset because, you know, we wouldn't want that done to us. You know, I think you know who Jenna Marbles is, right?
Yeah.
She made this tweet, and she said, "This is the most horrible, self-serving, illegal, and manipulative invasion of privacy I have ever seen." I mean, that was strong coming from Jenna Marbles.
Is that about
going to Post Malone's house? Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, no, and that's why, dude, I made a mistake. Like, obviously, the problem now is like, and I'm not using this as an excuse, but I'm 20 years old. I'm currently getting the most views on YouTube as like a vlogger.
Yeah, fucking typical. Just had to slip a little humble brag in there. Absolutely no prompting to say that at all. Just thought you'd mention it, did you? Because we didn't know that, Jake. We didn't realise that you were growing that quickly. We had no idea. No clue at all. It's not like you're ever in the news, is it, Jake?
And everyone's watching, and people are going to want to criticize all the mistakes I make.
Oh, so what you're saying is your excuse is that you're 20 years old and you're the fastest growing channel on YouTube. So because of that, people actually notice the stupid shit you're doing. So is your excuse that this has all happened just because people now see you doing it. What? Jake? What? Come on. You can do better than that, surely.
And I did make a mistake. And for that, like, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry to Post. I'm sorry to Jenna. I'm sorry to Ethan and anyone who felt like, yo, this kid is a jerk for doing this. Because those aren't my intentions. Like, again, I just want to make people smile. I just want to make people laugh or be entertained or...
Well, you see, Jake, that's where you're wrong. You don't want people to laugh. You want yourself to laugh. I think that's always been the case. You have even said about videos before that you just make them for yourself, and that's becoming more and more apparent as the days go by. You clearly don't care about your fans. I remember one clip where you and another member of Team 10 stamped a child's hoodie into the ground. You also don't care about people wishing to join Team 10 because there was Mick, who was demanded sexual favours from by Nick Crompton. You don't give a shit about anyone else, Jake. You only care about yourself, and I think that's pretty apparent.
Do the craziest things that no one's ever done before. And so I think with that, it's easy to make mistakes.
Right. Boogie2988, I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but he's a pretty respectable YouTuber. He made a video, not being mean at all. He's a very nice guy, but he basically said to you and your brother that you guys are growing subs so fast that now you don't just represent yourself, you represent YouTubers as a whole. So when you mess up, it makes us all look bad. Do you think there's some legitimacy in that statement?
Yes, for sure. I think we are definitely expanding outside the horizon of YouTube, and that's my goal. Like, you know, like I'm using YouTube as a vehicle to expand my career elsewhere. But yeah, when we do mess up, you know, it does shine a negative light onto YouTube as a community. But then that just makes me think like us YouTubers, like, we're a community. We know how special we are, how special you are, how special Boogie is, how special Jenna is. I don't think we need other people's approval. Like, creators are the dopest fucking people there are, dude. Like, why, you know, do we care?
It's a good sales pitch. I think I'm sold.
What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're saying here at all. So you're saying that we don't need to have permission to do the things we want? What are you saying? Are you suggesting you don't need anyone else's permission to f*** up and do loads of shit that no one wants you to do? Like, what is your point here? Obviously we don't need permission to do the things we want, but it's not that what are you saying? That's no reason to f*** around. Just because you're claiming we don't need permission to f*** around doesn't mean you should f*** around. Jesus Christ, you're making less and less logical excuses as time goes by. I'm slowly, completely losing track of what any of your points even mean.
I mean, you're right. You're right. We don't need outside approval. I totally get that, but
I have sarcasm with that. Like, honestly, but
no, I actually think that's an empowering statement. But some of these YouTubers feel embarrassed by some of the stuff that's going on with you. I want to get back to the car situation real quick. Somebody unscrewed the nuts on your car. A lot of people think your brother did it to get back at you because you put up his car for sale on Craigslist. You blamed it on the neighbors. What do you want to say on that? Who do you think really did it? And, you know, if you have no proof that it's the neighbors, do you think you should apologize for that?
You know, when it happened, it was literally like the night after all of this like news thing went down with the neighbors. And there's this one specifically drunk neighbor who lives 2 doors down from us.
No, Jake, no. Did you just do that? Oh my God, Jake. You literally are now... Oh my God. you're broadcasting to the entire audience of Keemstar and to most of your fans that are also watching this. You're broadcasting the fact that someone that lives exactly 2 doors away from you, so you just gave the address of where this person lives, you claim that they're drunk, and you claim they tried to kill you. You are doxing another person. In your supposed apology interview, you are doxing yet another person with a far worse context than the Post Malone situation. You idiot. You total moron. Think, Jake. Think about the words that are coming out of your mouth. This is probably a lie as well, which makes it twice as bad. Think about what you're doing, please.
Who's come over to our house multiple times drunk. They egg that van. They silly string it. They have like keyed it before, and it was parked outside of their house the night that happened. And you know, there's no direct proof that it was them.
No, there isn't. There's no direct proof that it happened at all, Jake. That's the real issue here. On this one, fair enough. I couldn't possibly try to say what happened because I did see that video of someone driving past the van that was on the side of the freeway broken down. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if the van broke down in some way and you instantly blamed your neighbors. I really don't know. But what I do know is that you can't just... You literally just said you have no proof, but you still went ahead and said that someone that lives right next to me tried to kill me and Team 10. You did just say that. So, good God.
However, like, with
it's
all
just
things
like
said,
it's just in your video you say one of our neighbors did it, right? You know, it would have been so much better if you said, I think one of my neighbors did it, you know?
Yeah, no, right. No, you're 100% right. You're 100%
Because
right.
what happens, Jake, is, you know, these videos that you upload, they get 5 or 6 million views. Your fans think that your neighbors are trying to kill their hero, and then they start harassing your neighbors.
Yeah. No, I get that. But like I said, dude, when I'm going in like every single day, for me to leave out a word that's like, if I say like, I think the neighbors tried to did it versus like the neighbors tried to kill us, like obviously it's 2 completely different things. But when I'm shooting stuff on a day-to-day basis, uploading every single day, I'm on set, I'm running a business, you know, those things slip through the cracks.
Jake, f*** off. Don't be so f***ing immature. What a stupid thing to say. It is a massive difference. It's not... No one in the world is so busy that they would claim their neighbors tried to kill you, as opposed to saying that you think there's a slight possibility of that. You said straight up in the video, and our neighbors did it. That's exactly what you said, word for word. You did that on purpose. It wasn't an accident. You did that to deflect the blame from you. You did that on purpose. That was complete manipulation from your end. Had nothing to do with you accidentally... Oh, it just slipped through the cracks. I didn't mean to accidentally say that my neighbors are trying to kill me. I didn't mean to literally 5 seconds ago say that my neighbors tried to kill me, literally giving the address of the guy who f***ing did it. What is wrong with you, boy? What is wrong with you?
And again, everyone's watching, so it's like, I f***ed up, man. But, and those small little things have massive waves of consequences. I'm like learning more about that on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, yes, Jake, well done. Actions do have consequences. You got there in the end.
So I do apologize to the neighbors for any like harassment that they've received because of that statement. But I also do still think that it was that neighbor. That doesn't make me change my mind about that.
I take back all of that clapping I just did a minute ago. Clearly, you haven't worked out that actions have consequences, and clearly, you're still the biggest moron on YouTube.
And for that dude, like, it's really, and to that dude, like, it's really messed up. And
my God, you're making this up on the spot, aren't you, Jake? I can clearly see the cogs in your brain slowly whirring, trying to think of the next thing to say.
And for that dude, like, it's really, and to that dude, like, it's really messed up. And it's like, we even had, like, one of the fans' moms who was, like, out there, because we have fans that, like, stay here till, like, 2 a.m.
Right.
That out there came to our door and said they saw, like, 4 guys do it 2 doors down.
That's so inconsistent. Earlier, you said a drunk guy did it. Why are you now saying 4 people did it? Jake, for fuck's sake. This whole thing is about the fact that you have fans outside, and you clearly say that it's the fans' fault and not yours, but why are you now saying that fans come to your door to tell you things? Wouldn't you have already why are your fans staying out there till 2 in the morning? Why aren't you telling them to leave? Why have they got such a close relationship with you that they can come to your house and tell you things? Which is a lie, obviously. No one's gonna knock on your door at 2 in the morning telling you that your neighbour's been... What are you talking about? You make no sense anymore.
And that's completely, like, unrelated. And so, like, yeah, like, I should have said, I think.
What do you mean it's unrelated? What? No, it's not. It's very important information.
Right, because that statement, the neighbors did it. It made, you know, everybody that's even near to your house a suspect and, you know, a target for your fans to attack. It was a real bad situation for them. I've spoke to your neighbors. I don't know if you know, but we interviewed one of your neighbors here.
What I don't get though is why don't they talk to me, bro? Because this is like why this is why it'll get fixed immediately.
Nope, Jake, it's your responsibility entirely. You should have visited them a long time ago. Well, you did, didn't you? But you recorded the whole thing with a hidden wire. You selfish person. You selfish man. It is entirely your responsibility to talk to them. It is not up to them to confront you. It's the complete other way around. Take responsibility for your actions. It's not seconds ago you were saying you are learning how actions have consequences. And when you have these consequences, you have to deal with it. So deal with it.
The neighbor that I spoke to, that I interviewed, he wants to speak to you directly. He wants to have a man-to-man chat, you know, privately.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if you could put us in, that'd be great.
Yeah. I will. Speaking about that, you did go to one of the neighbors to apologize, and you recorded it. And you allegedly you didn't let the neighbor know that you were recording them. Have you done anything to try to fix that? Because, you know, last I heard, the neighbors wanted to press charges for eavesdropping.
I mean, dude, like, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that. Like, it's
you didn't know it was against the law. You didn't, you know, what happened with that?
I mean, now I feel like they're nitpicking. You know, it gets to a point where, like, sometimes I am wrong, but, like, I think it's to a point where, like, now they're just looking for any hole that they can attack.
Oh, no, they're not nitpicking. No, Jake, for sake, they are not nitpicking. You secretly recorded a very serious conversation with them, which is completely against the law. How the you? Oh, wow, Jake, you are so stupid. You completely invaded their privacy and uploaded a private conversation to millions of viewers, millions of your stupid, mindless fans, no offence to them, I'm sure there are lots of very nice ones, but I'm talking solely about the stupid, mindless ones, you're a fucking idiot, mate. How can you not know that that's not nitpicking? That's a massively serious issue, which is completely within their rights to be annoyed about. How are you this stupid? It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I've done the same thing again. I've talked and talked and talked and talked and talked when this probably could have been a much shorter video. So if you want to see me tear Jake a new one yet again, then please let me know down in the comments. There's about 5 minutes left of the interview, which means I could probably that would probably end up being another 10-minute video, perhaps. Just off the top of my head, absolutely, I really have no idea how much I could talk on this, but I mean, every sentence, every single thing he says gets more and more stupid, more and more illogical, more and more insensitive and uncaring. So it's just bringing me to this absolute point of mental breakdown. I don't think I can do this much more, or I might have a bizarre heart attack and die a painful death. So, on that beautifully happy note, thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate everyone's support. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you in the next one.